Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Birmingham City Career Mode, and it is a special episode because it's the season review of the first season. So, obviously we played a whole season in the Championship. We ended up winning the league with 116 points. That's the first time I think I've ever seen the top three teams lead by 100 points, over 100 points. So, I bet you any money, Nottingham Forest must be feeling very, very, very hard done by at the moment. As you can see, the playoffs was between Nottingham Forest, Fulham, Leeds and Huddersfield. And the teams that got relegated from the Championship were Luton Town, Hull City and Barnsley. It's actually the exact same, except from Luton Town didn't get relegated. It was actually Charlton Athletic, the team that got relegated. Oh, I'm sorry. I've just remembered, actually, Wigan got relegated instead of... Was it Charlton who got relegated? Someone stayed up as Barnsley. Yeah, it's Barnsley who stayed up. So it was actually Charlton Athletic, Hull City and Wigan that went down. But yeah, that was the standings. We'll also have a quick look to see who else will be joining us in the Premier League. Now, I'm pretty sure if I do... Okay... We might be going through... So, Manchester United won Europa League against Inter 3-2. Man City won their first ever Champions League, beating Juventus 1-0 in the final. Liverpool won the thingy. Leeds! Oh, wow. I feel really bad for Nottingham Forest. But Leeds are returning back to the Premier League, just like real life. As they beat Nottingham Forest 1-0 in the playoff final. That must be... so upsetting. I couldn't even imagine what they must be thinking. Nottingham Forest won 4-0 on aggregate against Huddersfield, with Leeds winning drawing 3-3 and winning by away goals, and they actually won 1-0 to get in the final. Wow, that is so surprising. But let's have a look at the squad that's able to make this all happen. As you can see here, this is the team that was able to do it. We'll go off by stats. Who made the most appearances? It was Dwight Gale with 46 appearances. I think that means that he only actually missed out. Well, actually, how many games did he miss then? Because he played 42 in the Championship, and he only missed 4 games all Championship season, and he was able to score 31 goals and 15 assists in the Championships with 11 clean sheets. His average rating overall in all the competitions was an 8. So then Bella made 45, with Aaron's making 44, Penderson 42, Crowley. So you can clearly see here that a lot of players played a significant part. Right, who scored the most goals? It was Dwight Gale in the end who scored the most goals overall for Birmingham City, scoring 34. Armstrong, they actually both levelled off in the Championship at 31. But the thing that you might find more surprising is that actually Armstrong had a better overall thing, because he made 40 appearances, making 38 in the Championship, scoring 31 goals. Sorry. Scoring 31 goals in the Championship, 16 assists in the Championship. So he actually made more contribution compared to Dwight Gale, due to 1 assist, and also he played 4 less games than him. Bella getting 20 goals, 19 in the Championship, 1 in the friendly at the beginning. Hogan scoring 6, Penderson 6, Crowley 5. You can, quickly see here, those are the goals. There's not many people who did score, but the people who did score the most was Dwight Gale, Armstrong and Bella. Clean sheets, I'm pretty sure Butland got 12. How much did Ramos got? Ramos got 6 out of 5 clean sheets out of 9 in the Championship. But right, yeah, I think that's pretty much that view. We'll look at who's worth the most money in this team. It's Armstrong and Phillips, who are both valued at the highest, with Aaron's just behind them. Who was on the highest wages is Dwight Gale with 26,000 and Phillips with 26,000, with Royale surprisingly with 20k. I forgot I gave him 20k a week. Attributes. Who had the highest attributes change? As you can see, it was a very high ratings overall from the whole season. Ramos got 9 goals, 9 overall, with Bert getting 6, so I did train up our youngsters quite a bit, as the comment in one of my previous episodes was. Bert's gone up by 6, Morani went up by 6 as well to go to a 65, Sturgeon has gone up by 5, even though we only brought him in January. Cancon went up by 5 as well. Armstrong went up by 4. Clarsall has went by 4. Butler went up by 3. Aaron's went by 3. Crayley 3. Baker 3. Lakin 3. Sedon 2. Penderson 2. Keita. You know, there you go. You can clearly see who it all is, and I think that's a good way to end off. I will see you guys in a second, because I've actually got to end the season now. And, oh yeah, I might as well show you quickly who we brought in for the next season, so you can see who that is. And then I'll also show you who we're expecting, or who I potentially want to sign, and you guys can leave your comments down below on who you think. So we've got Ryan Fraser coming to the club next season. We've got Javier coming in as well. We've also got Diganek coming in, and we've also got Olazar coming in. So these are the 4 people that will be joining Birmingham City next season in the Premier League as we try and make a good stand. But I'll show you guys next season who I want to potentially bring in. So I've just started the season. We've just had a pre-tournament invite, which of course we will be accepting. It's more money, and really it hasn't gone up by too much, and we will be accepting this one with the most money, which really the teams aren't that good. So if we're able to bring in these transfers that I'm planning on bringing in, then we will potentially just absolutely smash that. One thing that I will also do, if I have the possibility to sign Ramos back to the club on a free transfer, I ain't going to record it straight away. I'll record it in a minute to either say we have or we haven't. I might go a day advance, just so it makes sure all the pre-contracts have come in and you can see everything, and I can give you an update on the expectations from the board, what they want and stuff like that. But I'll see you guys in a second. So here is what the board expects from us this season. So the youth development, it's very low. Sign 1 youth player to the senior team in the same season as they were scouted. Play them in 5 matches, either as part of the starting 11 or coming on as a sub. I do believe we could potentially do that. We've already got some scouts underway, and we've got a bit of a youth team in the background that's being developed by myself, and there are some semi-decent prospects coming through, if I'm honest, but that will be continuing through the season, and you guys will find out if I feel like they're good enough to join the first team. Then I'll bring them through, and then I can show you. But it also says grow 1 youth academy player by at least 5 overalls. As soon as they have grown, play them in 5 matching. Yeah, that's going to happen anyway. It'll be one or the other that'll happen. So you can see they're eligible is 5. So I think that is, you know, it's quite obvious. The other one is gain £18 million earnings from shirt sales within a season. That's going to happen no matter what. There's no continental success. Domestically, this is one where I feel a bit surprised by a little bit. The Premier League, they expect us to finish mid-table, which I'm a bit shocked by personally. I didn't think it would be that high up already. I do personally think we can actually achieve that. And if I'm honest, I think we could potentially, if we get the players that I want to bring in this season, we could even potentially even push for a European spot, like a Euro or something like that this season. But we don't know. We will see what is coming. Reach the 32 stage of the FA Cup. I will actually give a bit of a crap about the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup this season, because we could potentially go a bit further in that. So I don't know. I'll be a bit more interested to see what we could do there. And long term, within 3 seasons, increase the club's worth by at least 75%. That's happening no matter what. So, you know, if you stay in the Prem, it's going to happen no matter what. So yeah, I think these are all very easy, achievable things. I'll show you now the players that I want to sign. And I want you guys to have a look, see which ones excite you the most. So then I'm able to know then when I come to make the next video. Because I'll hold back until this video has been put up on my YouTube channel. But not only that, if you guys have any suggestions please leave a comment down below in this episode so I'm actually aware of who we can get in. So I'm going to show you the players that what I'm aiming for this season, or the kind of calibre of players I'm aiming for this season, should I say. Okay, so here is the shortlist. Already some big names I'm sure you can see here. And I don't know how to pronounce all of them, so please give me a bit of a break. But we can go to the valuations. So I will just like to quickly add, every single position has been catered for on this shortlist, in my opinion. So it doesn't matter if anyone was to leave, because as soon as we've got promoted, something I've noticed, and I think it's actually really cool, every single player who isn't a youth prospect who's already on a decent wage wants a brand new contract. So technically I can turn around and say at any point to any one of them and say, look, you ain't gonna do, you can leave. So this is why I brought this out. So we've got in goal, potential options is Dean Henderson and Nubel. Obviously, I think if I was to go for anybody, it would probably be Dean Henderson with his fantastic season at Sheffield United. I'd love to see him in a Birmingham City shirt, and it would give a bit more area for youth and a bit of an increase as well to our goalkeeper within Jack Butland. Nubel, also good young German goalkeeper. He's got a lot of potential to grow as well. So there's that possibility. But if I'm honest, it's most likely going to be Dean Henderson. Come on, of course it is. Something actually regarding goalkeepers I'd like to mention. We was able to sign Ramos on a free transfer. Yes, you're right. I signed him for 20k a week. It was what they recommended, so I didn't really want to mess around. I didn't actually see what the recommendation was for. Is it like 10 grand to about like 20? He wanted rotation, which isn't what I wanted to give him, because that's what I was a bit annoyed from the last time. But I think with the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup progression that we want to do this year, then maybe he will get a few games and we can keep him happy. If not, we'll have to just pay him with money to keep him happy, because he is a decent backup at 73 rated and only 20 years old. So I'm happy with that, to be fair. Let's go back to the right back position. I doubt we're going to get anybody for the right back this season, to be fair, because Arons is a fantastic young English player. But either way, these are the people. We got Odrino? Right, I'm saying random words and syllables here. Odriozola. Odrilozola. Right, Odrilozola. There we go, Odrilozola. Not a bad player, high wages, very tough to sign him. Got Dumfries from PSV, another great player. Klosterman, another player who's just recently been transferred, but we could get him still. This is more of a youth player that we could potentially bring in, train a little bit, and have as a backup, and that's Marco Canna. Lewis Dunk, 28, 80 years old. This is actually a player that I signed in my last proper career mode, where I actually gave a lot of time into it. We signed him and he was a very good player. He's very tall, he wins the defence, he's very strong, and that's what I quite like about him. So I won't mind bringing him in. Kimpembe. We're also looking at potentially 83 rated, 24-year-old. I do think we need a defender. It isn't the end of the world, but I would like to get one. I'm looking at selling potentially Harley Dean and Robert due to their age, and we've still got three within Royal, Castle and that young lad that I signed from January from that French team who's actually Swiss. So yeah, we've got those three, and I'd like to have a marquee defender potentially. Umpacano recently just joined, so we won't be able to sign in. Kurt Zuma recently just joined. Joe Gomez. Albert I was actually looking at, but he's recently just joined. Maybe he's like a January transfer kind of signing. Victor Lindelof I was actually looking at and thinking, I like the look of him. But he's recently been transferred. And Aki, it was only last month that deal went through, and I was kind of putting in my money and my chips to try and bring him in. Left back, this is a position that, even though we've just brought someone in on a pre-contract, I am considering bringing in. Because these players I really do like, and I'd love to see play for Blues sooner rather than later. So the backup one is Anita Nuori, a great young 19-year-old, 71 left back who can go quite high rated, I believe. Ben Chilwell, can't sign him just this season. He's just been transferred, but he's maybe a January transfer signing. These are things I need to think about. These are the two. This is the player I actually really want in my left back. Is Tagliafico. We're looking about 30 to 42 mil, but you know me, I'll be bargaining, I'll be dealing and weaving over here, and I could probably get him for about 35 in my opinion. But yeah, I'd like to bring him in. He's 27, 84 rated. I've never signed him in a career mode yet, so maybe this career mode is the one. And you got Alex Telles, a player from Porto, 27, 85 rated. These two are actually surprisingly the same kind of price, even though they're the same age, but Telles is actually a level higher than him, which is surprising, and by that it was 6 mil difference. Centre defending mid, I don't think we actually are going to target him, but he's in there anyway, and that is Tonali, who's got a real potential to go to about 90 rated, I believe. Hakimi, I'm thinking maybe for right back more than anything with him, but he's a lot of money and I doubt we'll be able to get him in, but he's 21, 84 rated. Another right mid, and I think this is another position that I really want to strengthen because Ince is coming a bit older, he's 70 rated, there isn't really that much option there, so we'll probably be looking to get rid of Ince, if I'm honest. Then there's also, what's his name? Crowley, who's a fantastic player who can play centre mid if we have to. He's getting a bit upset. We could bring him in centre mid, but he's a 74 rated, so I would like someone potentially a little bit higher on that wing and a little bit more faster than Crowley, in my opinion. But not only that, we've also got a young lad, Mariti or something like that, and he's 75 rated, 65 rated. So we do need a bit of a player to really fix that. And these are the people that I was thinking of: Paulinho, Under, and really it was this guy, Tasnagnyov. I'll have to learn how to say these names, but he can go really high rated too, I believe. He's only 22. I've never seen him before in career mode, but I'm a bit intrigued by him, and we could get him for about 30 mil, which is a fantastic signing in my opinion. So there's that option. These are players that I do want to get another midfielder. Someone a bit more creative, I think, because the way how I see it, we've got Phillips, we've got Sunvic, we've just brought in that young lad from Germany, I forgot what his name is now. But I would like a real promising, strong, good midfielder. And the one I was really looking at, but he's going to be quite expensive, is Nicolo Barella. He's actually going to be moving to Inter Milan in real life. It was a loan with a future purchase price on or whatever like that. But in FIFA, they don't have that. So he just goes back to his original club within Cagliari. So I'd like to potentially sign him. I think that would be a great signing. He's 23, 82 rated, not bad at all. Awar, another fantastic player. Sensi, another great player here. And then on the left mids, which I don't think we're going to be getting this season, maybe it's like a next season kind of thing because of Ryan Fraser. You got Leon Bailey. I had a career mode, I think, 2 seasons ago or last season, and I managed Dortmund, and he was already there at Dortmund when I moved to Dortmund from Real Madrid. And he was potentially one of the best players I've ever played with on career mode, so I'd love to see him in a Birmingham City shirt and making bits for us. There's this young left mid who also does quite well within Latinodo. He might be a good backup for the left mid position. And then this is central attacking mid, but they can play centre mid, and especially Pellegrini. I really like Pellegrini. He's 24, 82 rated, 31 to 42 mil, so it's a lot of money again, this is. But we can potentially get it done here. I do believe we will be able to do these big transfers personally. We could probably get 2 on under the line, and then it's just a case of replacing other players that we've got at the club. But I think the team's big enough that we could probably have a bit of a sellout, raise about 80 million, and then the rest of that money then will be whoever we do sell, because we feel like we can get a better player in, like, I don't know, if we do sell Jack Butland and get Henderson in, like, those kind of prices will match it, so I won't be too worried about it. Pellegrini, he can play centre mid, centre defending mid, and cam, so he's a real all-rounder in the midfield area. I'd like to potentially bring him in. Olmo, Daku, right, this is an area that 100% needs to be targeted. And I've really got 3 players here that I'm considering. Well, 4 actually, now looking at it. Moussa Dembele, what a fantastic player he is in real life anyway. He would be a real marquee signing, but now I'm looking at this, he's looking at around about 55 million or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I don't think we're going to be able to get him for 55 mil. But the next person after that will be Osimhen. We're looking about 30 mil as well, 21-year-old, 81 rated, and I think he'll be a fantastic player. And this is something that might shock you guys, but I'm actually thinking of potentially getting rid of Dwight Gale. The reason why I'm thinking about getting rid of the Dwight Gale, is because he's 29, and I do think we could potentially get a little bit better than what he is at the moment. So Osimhen is probably that option. Meunier, another cheap option, 24. He can play each wing and striker if we really wanted to. So he's an option that we've got there, and he's also got a lovely release clause of 33 million if we have to. Parrot, if I want to make that option. A Musa Fati, left wing if I really need one that's really young and got a lot of potential. And then there's also Hotter, who could play as a striker. Although he does play for our rivals, I really respect him as a player, and I'd love to see him in a blue shirt. I doubt it would ever happen, but maybe. And he's quite cheap for his valuation. We're looking at 24 to 31 million pounds, so he's an absolute bargain buy, really, here. And I think it'd be a fantastic signing. But those are my ideas. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, and leave a comment down below. But thank you guys for watching this episode. Please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to be notified for when the season actually starts and the signings come through the door. But I will see you guys next time.